Hey everyone, my name's Alan. Today we're making flourless chocolate and orange cake. And this one's like super indulgent and like really tasty. This one's actually a variation of Jamie Oliver's recipe. I put an orange zest in mine, really like orange essence, so really like orange flavour to it. It's actually gluten free as well, so another tip to that one. So let me show you guys the ingredients list. First thing you need is 200 grams of salted butter, 200 grams of dark orange flavoured chocolate, 200 grams of caster sugar, 5 free-range eggs, the zest of 2 oranges, and a few caps of orange essence. You'll also need a 7x7 inch loose bottom cake tin with some grease proof. Okay, so I've shown you the ingredients list, so let's get to the bake. First things first, we need to actually whack the oven on to about 140 degrees. Just need to move the chocolate to go too high, so no longer higher than 150, 140 degrees. And then we need to actually melt the chocolate with the butter over some boiling water. Okay, so we need to add the chocolate, and then you need to add the butter. Okay, so we've got this pan of simmering water, about that much. You don't want to go any higher than it touches the top of the bowl. You just want to have this on a low heat just until it's all nicely melted. Okay, that's looking nice and melted now. Now you need to actually add the orange zest, just to get it going a bit while it's still warm. So we add the 2 orange zests. So now we've mixed these two together. Now we need to let this cool down a little bit and we'll work on the egg mixtures. Okay, so we're going to have the egg whites into the Kenwood Chef. I'm going to be mixing them like you do like meringue. And this one I'm going to be using for the egg yolks, the sugar. So you can definitely do this by hand if you want to. I'm just using the machine just to help it out a little bit. So you actually want to separate the eggs, what we've got. And you want to add the whites into the kitchen machine's bowl. And you want to add the yolks into the one you're going to whisk by hand. And just a nice gentle way of doing it, just bounce them between the eggshells and try not to cut it on the outside, otherwise you will split the egg yolk. So just be nice and gentle and do that for all 5. Okay, so we've got our 5 egg yolks. Now you want to add half the sugar. So that's 100 grams of sugar going in there. You want to give it a really good whisk up till it's nice and thick and fluffy, really. Okay, so I've been whisking this for about 5 minutes now. It's really nice, pale and thick, how you want it to be. So now we're going to work on the egg whites. We've actually got like a whisker attachment. So we'd like make it like you do meringue, basically. So we'll show you how to do that. Okay, that's looking like a nice stiff peak. So now you want to start adding the sugar on, just a little bit at a time. So now you've added all the sugar, you just want to let it mix itself for about 5 minutes. Okay, that's looking real nice. It's a nice glossy texture. Now we need to bring all the parts together. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the orange essence to the chocolate mix. About 3 caps. Okay, first things first, you need to add the chocolate mix to the egg yolk mix. And just give that a nice stir in. So just give that a nice salt stir in. And this is the reason why I use salted butter. I think the salt does seem to flavour the chocolate a bit more, makes it like enhances it, makes it more of a flavour to it. So I use salted butter instead of unsalted butter. Now after you've folded these together, now you want to fold in the egg white mixture to the chocolate mix. Okay, now you need to add the egg white mix to it. And this is where you want to be very careful and not try and bash it together. You want to fold it nice and slowly. So you just want to be nice and gentle and just try and close the two together. Imagine trying to catch air in between them. Just to try and get it folded. It will be a bit difficult to start with. The egg whites do start to break down after a while because you're bashing them about a bit. So it will sometimes come time to a bit of solid more mix. So you just want to go around the outside of the bowl and then even through the middle. Just try and cup them together and just give it a nice good fold in. Make sure all the egg whites mix in, you don't want any lump bits either. And it is tempted to stop and think that's enough because you don't want to bash all the air out, but you want to make sure it's all nice and mixed in, but be really gentle about it. This is where it starts to show if you put a lot of effort into you trying to make it rise, because it will rise like threefold if you've done it really well. Okay, this is looking really nice now. It's nice and folded together. Now you need to mix this into the cake tin that we've got. Just want to be gentle as well. Don't go right around the sides. Just go straight in the middle and just try and be a little bit easy. And don't try and bash it either, because it'll try and knock a bit of the air out, and that's not a good thing. So you just want to go nice and gentle and just drop it right in the middle and then smooth it over around the outside. But it's looking really, really tasty. And it will seem to kind of rise really high in the oven. And then when you take it out, it'll kind of sink a bit. So it's a little bit unfortunate in that respect, but it's still really good. Okay, so this is where you want to spread it around. Just try and make it so it's all right, nice in the corners. So I'm doing chocolate and orange, but there's plenty of different possibilities. You could do this one. You could even do like chocolate and cherry, would be really cool. Or you could even maybe put some like chocolate chunks in it. That'd be quite a tasty idea. Or even you can put like some peppermint in, like a chocolate and mint one. That'd be a really nice flavour as well. This is just the recipe I'm doing. So you just want to make sure it's all nice around in the corners. You don't want to push it around too much either. So just be nice and gentle with it. Okay then, so that's ready to go. Now you need to put it in the oven about 140 degrees for about half an hour to 40 minutes. You don't want to go too high either. You want to keep an eye on it, and it will rise quite significantly really, but then it will drop down when you take it out of the oven. But you want it with a nice little bit of a gooey centre, so it's kind of like a brown in that respect. So I'll have a look in about half an hour then, guys. Okay everyone, we're back. The room is smelling really good, like the orange and chocolate, so I think it's ready to go. Yep, it's good to go. Looking really, really tasty. That one's really, really nice. It looks like it's like souffled up like insane amounts. So it has risen now, but then it will start to like sink back down, but don't worry, there's nothing wrong with that. So it's got a little bit of squidginess down there. If you want to just have a little check, just go in with a knife. And you should have a little bit of food on the side, which is perfect really, which means it's going to be nice and soft in the middle without being like a full cake. So we just need to let that cool down, and then we'll take out the greaseproof and put it on a cooling wire. So there we go then, I got it on a plate. It has sunk a little bit, but I love how it's looking actually. I love the colour, and I love how it's got like a little bit of like a crown around the outside. This should be really, really tasty. It's got like a really nice texture to it as well. So that is it then guys, so let me know in the comments, see how you guys got on or anything you wanted to change. Just like put some cherries or something in it, it'd be really nice. Or even like some mint, like I said. So that was just the base recipe, chocolate and orange flourless cake, ready to go. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next bake. Hey everyone, my name's Al, and today we're making chocolate flowers, orange and chocolate flowers. Okay, this is looking like a really nice context. Okay, so I've showed you the ingredients list, so let's get